Why is it so hard to sit down and make a video? It's been 2 or 3 months since I've made one, but I'm back in 2025, and I'm going to tell you what I've been listening to the last week and a half, the first week and a half of 2025. Next on Heels and Quads.
Join the debate, bring your own cup. Hard rockin' kings with a full plate. Heels and quads, you can't run late.
Welcome back, Heels and Quads Media here on YouTube. I'm Tommy, and I'm back with my first video, our first video of 2025. And I'm going to tell you what I've been listening to this first week and a half of the new year. One of these is a Christmas present. 2 of these pre-Christmas items. One, I've been saying I'm going to do a review since it came out. Since before it came out, I said I was going to do a review of this album because it was new in 2024. One is a reissue, and one is what I'm doing next on my other channel, Kritical Kiss. So, going to keep it short and sweet, just show you what I'm listening to. I want to know in the comments what you're listening to this first couple of weeks of the new year. Did you get any vinyl for Christmas? Have you gotten any already in 25? Tell me what you got. What you're checking out. So first up, because I just pre-ordered this band's first album, Melissa, which is being repressed this year, and it comes out next Friday. So I pre-ordered that today on Amazon. But Mercyful Fate, Don't Break the Oath. This is the 40th anniversary on ruby red vinyl, or as my youngest son calls it, Mercyful Fart, Don't Break the Math. Next up is that 2024 album I said I was going to review since before it came out. I don't know why it's so hard to sit down and do a review these days. It's like I've spent so much time with this album now, and it's been out for so many months, which is only like 3, but it feels like a lifetime, and I know everybody that does album reviews has already reviewed this album. But I've just listened to it nonstop, and I'm still listening to it, and I actually listened to it today. So before, I'm not going to put a timeline on it, because as soon as I put a timeline on it, it doesn't get done. So at some point I will get to it. I don't care if anybody even watches the video, because I just want to get the review done for myself, if nothing else. The Cure, Songs of a Lost World. I will give you the short and sweet review. This album is amazing. If you're a fan of The Cure, you haven't checked it out yet. If you're a fan of The Cure's album Disintegration, this is almost like a part 2 grown-up Disintegration.
Way low, turns out every time will never be enough.
And this next 2, this first one coming up is a Christmas gift. My wife, of course, doesn't want to get me anything from like on her own. I guess even though she has records in our collection, because it is our collection, I want half, Eddie. But this one, she said, here's an amount, go spend it. So I got a couple of records. I got a Cure record, not that one, but a different one. I got Pornography, which is a fantastic album as well. I should rank the Cure albums, but before that, I'm ranking Bon Jovi albums. I've got 2 Bon Jovi vinyls coming in, and as soon as I get those in, I'm ranking it. But first up, this was my like Santa Claus present. This was my big one. I've been wanting this. I had it on CD as a kid. I remember my neighbor had it. Knew I was a huge Kiss fan. Gave me the CD. Because it was different mixes and all that, and the 2 new songs didn't have those on anything else at the time, so he gave me his copy of the CD. But now I have it on vinyl, thanks to my wife. And Christmas, Kiss smashes, thrashes, and hits. Of course, featuring Let's Put the X in Sex. And one of my favorite things to promote on Instagram, You Make Me Rock Hard. And finally, since it seems like I've been spending more time focusing on Kritical Kiss, this is what I've been listening to the most already this month, because this is the next album we're doing on that show, on that channel. If you don't already, go over to Kritical Kiss. The link will be in the description. Subscribe to that. Subscribe to Heels and Quads, of course. Hopefully we'll be putting out more content this year. I know I'm going to try better to put videos out even on my own, but hopefully Levi and myself can find a way to schedule some time and get some stuff done here on the channel. Don't know what it'll be yet, but hopefully we'll get something done. So next up, thanks to Kritical Kiss, I've been listening to Kiss's third album, Dressed to Kill. And I'm really excited to cover this album. It's kind of like that prelude to Alive, which, funny enough, we kept saying Alive in the last video and how the songs sound better on Alive. We can't wait to talk about Alive, but before we get to that, we have to talk about Dressed to Kill. And it's so much different than the first two albums, but it's a lot of the same. So I think it'll be an interesting video for us to do. And our show typically runs, I'd say, average an hour and a half through 2 shows. I expect this one to be just one and the same with those, and also be about an hour and a half. The reception of the show so far has been really good. I'm really happy with the way it's going. Obviously, I've noticed people are still watching our videos here, subscribing over here. I thank you. Levi thanks you. We appreciate it. And I wanted to get something out just so people knew that I was still doing videos. Granted, probably not the best. It was just kind of a quick whatever video. But it's better than nothing. It's content, you know? It's something to do. And it's something for you to tell me. So, like the video, comment, tell me what you're listening to. Tell me what you got for Christmas. Music related, wrestling related, movie related, whatever you want to, whatever. Sports, whatever you want to talk about. Do it in the comments. Let me know what you're listening to this first week and a half of 2025. And I'll see you next time.